Ronan. Are you watching a Chesticle podcast? Yes, you are.
This is a special episode where I am the host this time. I'm going to be asking these two, Thomas, say hello.
Hello.
And Regan. Regan?
Do I have to say hello?
Say hello. Yes.
Hello.
He doesn't want to say hello. Why are you forcing
Say hello. Say hello, Regan.
Hello.
Right. So I'm just going to get straight on with the first question, which is we're going to expand from there. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully.
yeah. Well, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Right. If you could choose one day of your life so far to repeat for a week, unable to change those events of what you did or anything that happened, but after you had to repeat certain days from your past, randomly, and you don't get a choice, what would you do it, and what would that day be?
What a fucking convoluted question is that?
I told you it was a long question. Answer it.
You could have just asked
Come on.
what day was 111. You had some...
Right, let me just break this question down first. Alright, so, what day would we want to repeat for a week? So 7 days of
Yeah.
that one day over and over.
Yeah.
And then after that, we just randomly get shitty days of our life just thrown in there for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'll just stick to normal, you know.
Lennon's
But
already
anyway,
answered it.
Well, Lennon should have gave you some more questions, because I texted him, so much to keep giving you questions, and he was like, I can't think of questions.
I've been trying to
I
get
even
questions
gave
off
him-
other people.
I said to him an example question, obviously not one that he could use, because I know what it was. Just, change it up a bit, and he was like, no, I'm not doing that. But anyway...
Right,
This is going to take a
lot
long
answer
thing,
the question
because...
now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's a
just
big
don't know,
question.
'cause
That's why I thought.
I don't
Rather
really
than
have
think
all
of-
my life marked down.
Rather than think of
Yeah.
a bunch of questions, which I obviously can't do, I just thought I'd give you this big one, and then that'll take up some time. So, can I get some answers off the two of you?
So impatient.
He's pissed off, especially with his profile picture. You guys can't see it, but his picture just says knob. Just in
Oh yeah, put that in when you edit it, Regan.
No
God,
worries.
poor Egan.
Scary.
He's gonna have to
Right.
snip into all that. Anyway, to think of a day that I'd want repeated for a week, I don't know. I don't have. I'm not gonna pull a Ronan and give the I don't know answer. Then just go with whatever he suggests.
Just think of I don't know, the best day of your life, something that you'd want to go through again.
You can't think of anything.
I don't have any marked down.
Surely you don't have a good memory. Surely you have a good memory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well I have a good memory and I have good memories, but I don't know how many memories I have that are so good that repeat for a week and not get dull.
Come on, what's a day that is just so fun you just relive it 7 days?
God, I get how Ronan feels now when we ask him how is he.
See, now you're in his shoes.
I am in his shoes. Alright,
How does it feel, Thomas?
Yeah, how does it feel?
you've blown my mind with this question. Do I have to choose what bad days come after?
You don't get a choice.
What's the
Well, why
point in
did
the
you
bad
even
day?
add that part then? Why did you add that? If I don't get a choice.
No, to give you something to think about whether the good would outweigh the bad.
Oh, so we have to
But
pick a
it's
day
not
that's
actually going to happen, so I could just ignore that.
Well, I'm telling you not to, alright? Just... Right, we'll go... We'll...
Things.
Yeah.
Alright, well... really can't think.
All right, let's give Regan a chance here. Regan?
I'd probably go with my birthday. That was a really fun day.
Oh, the
Which
one from
birthday?
last year.
Yeah. You know the
Most
the
recent.
party. Yeah, it was all there.
Yeah, that
wasn't
was
it?
fun. Yeah,
It was a great
that
time.
was fun, to be honest, yeah.
We had a
Yeah, it was
sound.
good. It was a shame that it was social distanced.
You
know.
That came
in
afterwards.
normal circumstances, it would have been good.
That
That was a great day.
That was a
But I
good.
don't know if I'd personally have that repeated every day. Maybe
I'd
if it
do
were
it,
just us.
to be
Maybe
honest.
if it were just us.
If I was
but-
Regan, I'd do it.
Well, yeah, because it was his birthday, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but
it
I
was
just
fun.
imagine just us guys would have been more fun than having everyone personally, because obviously for De Regan it'd be different because it's his family.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, I got a ton of gifts. I got champagne.
Oh yeah.
It was a good day. I mean, I can't think. Maybe there's other days that I've enjoyed more, but that's the most recent and best day I can think of.
Well, yeah, that was one that I thought of. But for my birthday, it would just sort of go to Flamingo Land with you. But
That was fun.
it was very fun, but for 7 days, I'd just get bored of the rides by the end, you know. I could go to a theme park I could probably go every month and not be bored of them, but every day a week, it'd just be like, Christ, I'm sick of going on Velocity. It's not even thrilling anymore.
Right. I'm just gonna add something in. The thing, nothing changes about it. You can't change what you do. It all happens the same. And then,
So my emotions are the same every time. So I'm always enjoying it.
No.
Oh.
What happens is your mind is stuck in a body that's moving for you, but yet you're enjoying the certain things that you're doing, right?
That seems creepy.
Yeah,
Wait, what do you mean?
You're feeling you get all the sensations of that day. For example, if you touch something, you can actually feel that you're touching it, but
Yeah.
you don't have a choice on whether you move to a certain place, look in a certain place, and who's around you. It's the same as last time, right?
Okay, yeah, but so that doesn't explain if I'm happy every day or not. So am I? So if I enjoy it the first day, would I still enjoy it by the 7th day, or could I potentially be sick of it?
You probably will be sick of it because you will be repeating it, and you will know that you've repeated it before. It's your mind from the previous day in your body from the the next repeat.
This question's too complex.
Yeah, I wanted Ronan to come up with something like, what time period would you live in? And then some daft questions like that, not something like this, where it's a massive... Yeah.
Well, I thought I'd give you a big question, right?
Yeah, no, don't. It's a good question.
You're just shit answering it.
Yeah, terrible answering it. Because every good memory is usually equal. Like, my birthday going to Flamingo Land was great. Going to Whitby with my...
Yeah, see, this was the point of the question. This was a point of the question. It shows our, different viewpoints and the way we see things and, our memories. It's bringing up our pasts, right? Gives us, an insight into, whether we'd repeat, certain days from our lives, whether, the good would outweigh the bad, all that kind of thing. Right?
Seeing Madness with my grandparents were great, but would that even be able to be repeated? Since my granddad's dead now, so would it be repeated, or would he just not be there?
No. Any day, it's your mind from now put into that body, experiencing those things and knowing and feeling everything. Any point in your life, you can put your mind into that body and feel everything that happened.
Guess we'll go with that then. It's depressing, but it's probably what I would have gone with. It's extra days with a dead person that I loved, so fair enough, I'll take that. But you wanted this question to go your way, and I doubt you've predicted either what we've said.
It has kind of, gone my way.
Oh!
Alright, tell us, what did you predict?
Go,
You don't like that, you don't like that.
No, honestly, Thomas, I know your viewpoint will be a lot different.
Well, you know it's going
yeah.
to be different, but that's not predicting what it is.
Well, I know there'd be some kind of like awkward thing, but like,
Would you
right.
rather have gone to the moon and repeated that every day to get some cheese
No.
from the moon? Or would you have preferred the day when you got the wrong trousers?
Maybe because for that day was horrible.
Right, I'm gonna give my viewpoint on this, right?
Okay, shoot.
Like, I'd do it. It'd be, I don't know, it'd be like an average day for me.
What?
It'd be like me with my grandparents or something.
Oh.
Just like chilling, you know?
Well, that's what I
Enjoying-
said, so it's
enjoying-
fair
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I went to a gig with mine, but it's the same sort of thing. I would have picked a normal day, you know, any day with someone that's like passed away, but that's just depressing. This podcast is meant to be fun. I said to you, don't pick anything depressing.
It wasn't meant to be depressing. Anyway.
It's not that
Even if I
depressing.
didn't pick something depressing.
It's
I mean,
just...
it's not, I guess it isn't, but
It's
like,
normal.
it is in a way, because you're still saying, like, oh, I miss someone who's dead who I loved. You know, it's not like
Yeah.
fun.
It's
But
perfectly
anyway, that's a good
normal.
question.
It's a discussion, right?
It is a good discussion, a good question.
Yeah, right. The other one kind of is very similar to it, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Didn't
but I
know
will
you
tell
meant
you what
to.
it is.
You can't skip it.
Yeah, don't
Alright,
skip it, because
alright.
you've probably only got 2 questions.
All right. Well, I do have
End it
3.
now. Oh.
Anyway, right. Would you live the worst day of your life to live the best again?
Huh?
It's slightly different, but
Well,
Say
it's
that
not
again.
necessarily the same day, same thing, is it? So it said, basically, would you live the worst day of your life again, just to live the best day again?
Oh god, let me think.
me and Lennon had like very similar viewpoints on this.
Well, yeah, because you probably both said yeah.
I'd say
Yeah.
no.
Tom?
I'd probably say yeah.
You would. You'd go through your worst day.
Well, yeah, to get the best day.
I
mean,
wouldn't.
To be fair, I couldn't think of my best day, but I'm sure I've got a best day.
Too much emotional trauma.
Well, yeah, my worst day would have a lot of emotional trauma, but it only happened like last year,
Would you want to go through
so
it
I know
again?
what it was, and it was a decent day till the final few hours of it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an awful day until the end, and it was torture. Like, it meant, like, you know, it's depressing as hell, but it's still, you move on. Obviously, this is just a repeated thing. It's not like the day's not already happened. It has. I've been through it. If it's just getting repeated, then...
So you'd want to re-experience that trauma just to relive, like, a day with your grandparents. You know, that's respectable.
Well,
I
at least
see it
it's
as
not the
worth
other
it.
way round. If it was the best day to relive the worst day, that'd be awful, because I'd be being my grandparents, and then the worst day would be one of them dying, so at least it's not that way round.
Yeah. What did you say,
Um,
Ronan?
What? Me?
Yeah.
I'd do it because it'd be nice to, like, you know, be happy and, like, you know,
Sorry, you cut
like
out.
best point in your life, right? Or like one of the days where you would like to repeat. You get the choice, obviously, because living the worst day would also help you like see it again and see how things have changed, and like it helps you get over it. Really, like repeating it.
Ooh.
It ultimately like leave you in a better state, like coming out of that again and seeing how things have changed.
Well,
Yeah.
we've all dealt with our worst days.
Yeah, but to like deal with it one more time, if it is your worst day, it's probably had an effect on you again.
If I had a
Come out in
choice,
better
Ronan,
state.
I just wouldn't go through my worst day again if I had a choice. I guess if it's to see my best day again, whatever it is, then yeah, probably would do it.
I'd do it, like, no thought. I would do it.
Did Lennon say yeah?
Lennon did say yeah. It was very similar to me. He said if he went back, it'd give him a new perspective on how, like, the rest of his life has been compared to that day. So, like, we have very similar viewpoints.
And neither of you do anything,
refuse the
so
opportunity
it wouldn't
to...
really be too different.
Yeah. Right. Right, do you want to switch to
I want to hear question 3, yeah, because no one's going to be happy listening to this podcast. This one better not be all doom and gloom. They've all been about death so far.
Give us question
I
3.
expect some stupid
Listen, they weren't supposed to be about death. It's what you chose, and what everyone else chose.
You expect?
Is about death. Yeah,
I'm
the worst
gonna
thing might not be
pick
someone
my
dying,
worst-
right?
Oh, right, yeah.
The worst
My
day in someone's
worst
life
day.
might not always be that someone dying, right?
Well, what would it be?
I don't know. A day where you nearly died. I don't know.
Someone involved in dying still. If you nearly died, that'd be a great
I don't
day.
know,
If you almost died and then got out of it and lived.
Anyway, like, third question.
Go.
This one's something that you said, Tom. Like, that's something that I said, but, like, you said, oh, that's a good idea. You should probably say that in the podcast.
I don't remember.
If you could change one scene from a film, what would it be? And what would you do to improve it? Make it as ridiculous as you want, or actually improve it. It's up to you.
Actually, I thought the question was, is this film better, or is this scene better, or is this scene better? I didn't think it was this. I thought it was making us choose between two random scenes that you'd pick.
I'd rather not, like, pick scenes from films.
I can't be asked. I watched 3 movies yesterday, but still.
Alright, come on.
Whoa.
Wait, so to improve a scene?
Yeah. Or, like, make it as ridiculous as you want, just for laughs. It's up to you.
Alright, well, I think Regan should go first, because
I'm
more into films.
I'm supposed to be the movie buff, but I can't think of anything on the top of the head.
Well, Ronan, how about you give us a film? And we have to pick a scene and change that scene.
Deadpool?
No.
I've not seen it.
I can't really remember anything from Deadpool.
Alright, Shaun of the Dead.
What would I change about that, though? See, the thing is, it's like a mediocre thing, but all my changes would just be boring. Like, nothing... There's nothing too ridiculous or major I'd change about it. I'd just make it so the characters don't make retarded ass decisions, even though it's supposed to be a comedy.
I'd probably make them... I mean, I've never seen that film, but make them give even more retarded decisions. It'd just be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ronan's into that idea.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't know what happens in that film, but let's say they see some zombies and they just run towards them with a fork or something. I don't know.
We rewatched Shaun of the Dead, and it was so boring this, like, 50th time round, because we've seen it so many times.
I still like it.
I still like it, it's just not as good as I remember when I first watched it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's most films, though. When I watched Holy Grail for the 3rd time, it didn't seem as good as when we all watched it. Same for Airplane. I love those films. They're probably some of my favourite films of all time. Still funny, but I watched Airplane with Ben that time, and it was just like... A lot of the jokes just seemed like dad jokes instead of incredibly smart, like I did the first time.
Yeah.
Still love the film, but it is mostly dad jokes instead of just, like, smart ones.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's better to give yourself some time before you rewatch a movie.
Yeah.
Like a year.
I mean, I think it had been time since I watched that film, but I'd seen all the Monty Python ones earlier. Probably a few months earlier. Yeah, I will do. Start make tea so early, don't you? My mum
Right,
came in and she was like, get that. I had a question for Ronan, but I forgot what it was now.
I'm out of questions, man.
I'm still trying to think of this
but
question. We didn't answer it.
I'd rather... Alright, Ronan, think of a film to give me to change, because, like, any film I think of, it's all, like, same from picking movies for movie night. It's always ironic. It's always crap like Fred the Movie or whatever. It's never anything serious. So just think of a movie for me.
The Babysitter.
Oh god, that movie's perfect.
That's not a serious film.
I don't know.
Just anything I say that's...
I don't watch serious films, I watch comedies.
Alright, I give you the film
Well,
Jaws.
give me a comedy.
Jaws.
Jaws, alright. What scene could happen in Jaws? Make it ridiculous. Well, the set sail on the ship. Alright. Who's funny? Alright. I'm trying to think of stuff now. Can we include you, Ronan?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead.
They set sail on the ship, they're in the middle of the ocean, and then they go into that little, I don't know boat terminology, but that sort of seating area, and they find a drunken, stoned Wallace laid down on their chairs, and they're like, kick him off the board, and they bring you up, you're wrapped up in, like, rope, with Wallace wrapped up in rope. They take you over to, like, a plank. This boat never had a plank before, but it's now there. So you're wrapped up, they throw you off the boat, and the shark's like, this mate, and swims off. He's so scared of eating you because you've made a Play-Doh and all that. And the island is saved because you're terrible bait for the shark. How's that? And then Michael Bay had some explosions in there, or whatever.
Phenomenal.
I think I've got a good idea for a movie now.
What's that?
So you know in like Star Wars Episode 6 at the very end where Luke Skywalker has to confront Darth Vader?
Yeah.
I would have it instead. So have you ever played the Star Wars Connect games?
No.
Oh, God.
I would have it instead the Emperor Palpatine.
I wouldn't know where this is going.
It's like,
Would he be dancing?
let's see you groove. And they both have a dance-off instead. I think that would be a pretty good end.
That's canon already, that, though. It's more canon than the sequels.
I mean, I want it to be canon because who doesn't like to see Emperor Palpatine get down on it?
I think it is.
Hey.
Well, how about Ronan give us one?
Yeah, Ronan.
I can't like give you this one because I don't really have an answer.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can make an answer, right? So you, right? Hot Fuzz.
Hmm.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these
Hey, Lois, I'm doing some dad noises.
What's that?
Well, you gotta go and let me down like that. Yeah, don't like that.
I seriously don't know, man.
Go, come on, anything.
No, I give you these questions because I don't have an answer to myself. I only have an answer to the first one.
And second.
Yeah, I probably expanded a bit on the second.
I'm not going to push him on this one because I doubt he has any idea about movies.
I really don't know.
Yeah, but mine was stupid.
I just enjoy the film and then...
I couldn't make one without involving Ronan.
Oh well.
The only other person who came to mind for my thing was Harry Hill. But, like, I couldn't just throw him into Jaws. I don't know how it'd work. I mean, maybe the shark sees his massive collar and confuses it as shark teeth. His collar's huge.
I thought he could be like
the
person who handles a boat.
What? So
Hill.
you think Harry Hill's just driving the boat? And he's like, come on, everyone! And then he drives it, and it just like it cuts to like EastEnders or something. That's the sort of comedy Harry Hill does.
That'd be pretty random.
It
but
would
it is
be,
out of
but
hell.
That's how TV burp is, isn't it? Just
Oh yeah,
does that
maybe
sort of thing.
when they're shooting the shark, it's like turned into like a montage thing. Well,
There's,
you know that old show where they used to just compile clips of like kids jumping into pools.
Oh yeah, it's like You've Been Framed.
You've been framed, yeah.
Ronan's a robot.
Ronan's caught in
He is,
some
so-
fucking techno hurricane.
Why are you being a robot, Ronan?
Shut up.
Robo.
Robot. I'm just saying it because like your mic's going on my end. I don't know if it is for Regan.
Do you have any questions then, Thomas?
I did, but I forgot what. I'll get my phone and have a look. I'll see.
I
What's
have
happening to your mic?
Not a
Are
clue.
you eating your mic?
No. It's far away from... It's as far away from me as possible.
Well, this is worse than last week with the Discord things.
Shit.
Yeah, it's just sort of glitching, Ronan. It's just sort of making noise.
Is this a
I'll see if I can, like, connect it or something. I don't know.
new? Is this
That
a
might
new
be
Kraftwerk
dodgy.
album?
It sounds more like a new Depeche Mode album. All their new songs are just like noise.
Hang on, I'll just turn it on.
Oh, well, I have a question.
I do too.
Let's hear it.
But you can answer. You could do yours first if you want.
Alright, sure, because it's a pretty good question and it's important to us. So, like, we've been getting pretty deep and philosophical today.
Yeah.
I say we keep up that trend. I have a pretty deep question to ask you, Ronan.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Alright, so, how much money would you take in order to have sex with a man?
I remember you asking me this.
Oh.
I forgot that you wanted to ask Ronan this.
God.
It's a good question. And obviously this is you giving it instead of you taking it.
I don't know about that, man.
So what's
It's
the
not
money?
really that philosophical anyway, is it? It's just a question.
I know.
I didn't even realise. I totally forgot that you hyped it up as like philosophical.
Oh, yeah, very philosophical. How much money
Alright.
would you take? Yeah,
Yeah,
very
how much money
deep.
would you take? Is it a man of his choice? Like, could it be Jordan Stevens or something?
Just a regular old guy. Not old, just a
A
regular
regular
guy.
old guy, that'd take a
No.
lot then.
Not a 60-year-old. I mean, just like a guy down the street. Because if you could pick anybody, you could pick Jordan Stevens and do it for free.
I don't know. I don't think I would.
No,
Yeah, but you could
this
have
is
any amount of money. And free accommodation in Stoke.
Alright, $1 million.
Alright,
A million, you gay.
I'm posting a picture of the guy in chat. So how much would he have?
Who's that?
Would he have to pay
Are you
you?
gonna put him on screen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's already on screen.
How much would? Oh my God, Ronan. You done getting sucked into the fuck? Hey, chill.
Chill.
Every time I
What?
speak, he's like.
Cyber warfare.
It's cyber warfare. But how much would you let this guy pay you to have sex?
$1 million. I'll stick to that.
1 million. Okay.
Yep.
So how about
Gay.
him giving it to you? How much would that be?
5.
5.
A
Alright.
fiver.
5 mil.
So
You know.
Thomas, how much would you pay? How much would you let him pay you?
What do you mean, like? Alright, so any
A
amount
bare
of money.
minimum. A bare minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bare minimum. Alright, if I'm minimum, yeah, I'd probably go with $1 million as well.
For real?
Well, honestly, anything over like 10 grand is fine. But if I can abuse the system, and get a meal out of it.
Boo.
No, but
Would you do it for 100
if it's
grand?
just like... It depends, like...
What do you mean?
How big is he?
Alright, let's say he's like 5'6" to make it easy.
No, I mean down there.
Well, for this you only
Genuinely, I am 5'6" down there.
you have to. You're giving it to him, right? So it doesn't matter how big his, thing is.
Well, I guess I could be blindfolded and then just pretend it's like anal or whatever. So, yeah, sure, as long as no one else finds out, because I can't be arsed dealing with it.
Okay, so Ronan, stop fucking.
Yep.
How much would you? Would you take 100 grand?
What are you doing to your mic? Why are you like...
I'm not even moving. I'm not even moving or talking.
You are like
I have
stabbing
no
at
clue
you.
what's going on. I might have to get a new mic soon.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Stop! Chill, man, chill!
Chill! He's like Gygus. Ronan, are you using... He sounds like an Atari game.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking or moving.
I feel like I play my Atari 5000.
Right, I hope it's not that bad in the actual recording.
It probably will be.
Alright, should we just get on with it?
So would you let this guy pay you 100 grand to fuck you?
No, I've already said my minimum.
What? But it's 100 grand.
So what?
Well, you know what you could...
If you can get more, get more.
You could move to Stoke without
That's
money.
what I said.
Exactly. Me and Tom share very similar view on this.
But you can't take any more anymore.
Screw you, I'm not taking any less.
The minimum is 100k. 1 million is out the window.
And I'm taking the maximum.
You can't take the maximum. That's no longer a
Well,
thing.
then I'm not doing it. Sure.
So you wouldn't take 100k,
No.
but you could buy a house in Stoke.
1 mil. I'm not settling for a penny less.
Alright, how about £999,999?
Nope. No. I said not a penny less.
you
You're
can
not
find-
getting me.
You can find a quid on the floor.
Alright.
Alright, I
Fine.
think we should move on to Thomas's question. Oh, chill, man, chill!
Chill, CJ.
CJ, chill! Alright, I think it's time for Thomas's question. And hopefully Ronan doesn't
Alright.
get mad and suck us all into some digital vortex.
No, Ronan, this isn't a bad question. It's not really offensive at all. It's just basically, if you could be any animal, what would you be?
No, chill!
That isn't an animal. Is that the sounds of
thinking.
Tamagotchi makes?
I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
but you're not thinking. You go.
He's thinking so hard he's going.
He's thinking
I'm not
so
even
hard. You
doing
can't think.
anything. I'm not even doing
Yes,
anything.
But it's
I'm not.
making sound.
Well, it's not
like
me.
It
Yeah,
is
well,
you.
it's not me. It's not. I'm not doing
Your head's
anything.
going green.
I'm not doing anything.
Your thing's going green. I know it's
Yeah,
you.
well, I'm
Stop.
not doing anything. Okay?
Alright.
Yeah, your mic's just ass.
Yeah.
Wait, so answer
more
the
than
question.
ass.
What animal would you be? That's not an animal.
Probably not
That's
prey.
not an animal, Ronan.
Shut up. I'm thinking. I was just about to say an answer as well. Shut up.
That's not an animal.
Can you...
With his picture as well, it's just like the mouth's open going...
Can you shut up?
Oh, God.
As soon as I'm about to give an answer, you're just like, oh, that's not an answer.
Just give us the answer.
You are getting annoying.
I'm not... You are! You're just
You're
going...
getting annoying. That's...
even me.
I'm sitting in a call with a Dalek right now. Please. No, don't exterminate me. I'm sorry. Just answer the question.
Answer it.
It'd be something like, I don't know, a tiger, lion, whatever. Not prey.
You can't pick multiple animals.
Okay, fine, tiger.
Why a tiger?
Tiger?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I wouldn't want
Why?
to be prey for one of them, and I wouldn't want to be prey for anything really. I'd like to be somewhere up top.
Oh, like Kensington, up top. Do you know who says that?
Yeah.
Rodney from Flushed Away. He looks a bit like you because he's by Hardman.
Oh, you're right.
He's making beats now. I said it's drum beats in there.
I can feel like it.
I'm not doing anything.
It's the new Skrillex
I'm serious.
track.
I'm not doing anything.
Wait,
I'm not doing anything. I swear.
so tell us, what animal would you be then?
I never really thought about answering it.
Yeah.
I would probably go with an animal that, like, we don't know yet, and it's just at the bottom of the ocean.
What? What? You mean like the little lanternfish?
No, like something even deeper that we haven't found out about yet.
Why would you want
Be
to
cool,
be?
wouldn't it?
Megalodon?
What if one of their powers is like they have to eat their own shit?
Well, I'd be that animal, so I guess it'd be nature. I'm not doing it as a human.
Fair enough, but I think Ronan's mic is now starting to sound like Slender Man.
It just sounds like if you poured water on a DS.
I think what animal I'd be is, I can't really think because of, but it'd have to be a hawk.
Yeah, we'd probably have really professional audio this episode if it weren't for Skrillex over here.
Can you stop complaining about me doing something when I'm not even, like, moving?
We get it, Ronan, you're not doing.
See, I'm saying your mic. It's your mic, not... Oh, he's angry. Calm down. Calm down. He's angry now.
Calm down. It's amazing how...
Love to see his face right now. He's probably just playing cell damage or something, just like... Looking
I'm not
normal,
doing anything.
and we're
I'm
just
not
like,
even
calm
moving.
down, calm down.
I'm not moving at all.
Can we
Life of breathing.
can we change the pictures for this podcast? I want to like make it Ronan's Discord picture permanently.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. Just make sure his tie is green.
Of course. I think this is where we have to wrap it up before Ronan kills us all.
How long has it been?
It's been
It's
38
been like over
minutes.
half an hour, so it's alright, yeah.
Yeah, well, Ronan, you're our host. You can tell them. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Anyway.
No. Be more professional, Davros.
Right, so I don't really know how to end this, so I'm just going to go ahead and say goodbye to everyone and join us next time, and hopefully we'll have a decent podcast again, because other than my audio, it's been alright.
Yeah. Calm down! You don't have to be that angry for the end.
Can we end this now?
Are you gonna find...
Chill.
Are you gonna say thank you to
I'm going to
me?
leave the call.
Thank
No.
No. Alright, goodbye.
Just end it there, seriously.